What's up YouTube? I'm Valentin the Mad, and this is The Witcher 3 Gore mods recommendation video 1. So the first mod is Outer Gore 2 by Yoseppy Armineppy. It forces the dismemberment and the gory death variations to happen whenever they are available, instead of leaving that up to the odds as you have by default. I used this mod in the gore review of the game, and I think it's a must-have. There's a decent amount of gory variations and they look good, so there's really no reason not to have them activated every single time. The other mod in the list is Brutal and Realistic Combat by Vahndaar. The main feature of the mod is eliminating the damage sponginess of the characters. By default, characters can take quite a lot of hits, and if their level happens to be higher than yours, the fight becomes a real pain in the ass. So this mod removes that. Characters now take less damage, and the difference between the lower and the higher levels is stamina, instead of an oversized health bar. It means that higher level characters will be more likely to evade, block, or counter your attacks. Now the fun part here is that Geralt is not a damage sponge either. You can take around 3 or 4 hits, so being aware of your surroundings in a fight is critical if you wanna survive. This makes fights with multiple enemies to be very challenging. I think this approach is much more interesting than plastering huge health bars on characters, and I wish game developers would choose a similar approach when it comes to combat in role-playing games. An approach where leveling up means that you get better moves and new abilities, instead of messing around with damage values. Now the mod is not perfect. Despite the rebalancing, you still encounter characters who can take more damage than they should and can kill you with one hit. This is where configurability comes into play. Many aspects of the damage overhaul can be configured in this menu. So, whenever you encounter that type of character, you can simply raise the damage amplifier and shorten an otherwise unexciting and frustrating fight. The other part is the blood mod. On the Nexus page there is no explanation of what was changed, but after playing several hours my impression is that the main difference would be bigger blood tickles. Both those on the ground and those on the characters, making things much bloodier. Now there are a few other blood mods available, but the reason I prefer Vahndaar's mod is that unlike the others, his mod did not increase the size of the splash. None of the mods seem to change the speeding mechanics themselves, so in the other blood mods you would see an enormous splash that for the most part goes into nowhere. The final part of the mod is a guide to make the mess stay longer. By default, the blood stains on impact and the non-fatal wounds would disappear in about 10 seconds, and the blood pools would disappear in a minute and a half. This mod offers a guide to improve it. The blood will still disappear in a minute and a half, but at least the wounds and the impact stains stay longer, giving you a somewhat better aftermath. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know how you feel in the comment section, and if you know of a response mechanics mod I did not cover, let me know about that as well. Until next time.
Can I live?
Aye, but this armor's rubbish.